guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. Of course, I'm back here at Walker Ford, and we got another exciting Ford product. This is a 2019 Ford Raptor. And really with this whole video review, I want to focus on, a lot of people are saying, did Ford make a huge mistake by taking the V8 out of the Raptor and switching it up with an EcoBoost power plant? Are they going to? There's been people talking, saying that they're going to take that Shelby GT500 5.2 liter supercharged engine and put it into the next Raptor. That's yet to be determined. But let's talk a little history about Ford and the Raptor. The Ford Raptor first hit the sand dunes and the streets and the off-road areas all the way back in 2010. V8 power was underneath the hood, all about extra super performance. Before Ford even sold the vehicle, they took a prototype version of it and raced it in the Baja 500. These trucks, these Ford Raptors, are as close to a Baja racer that you could get for the street, and there's really no competition for them when you look at the other brands. Whether you're looking at a Tundra TRD or you're looking at a Ram Rebel, I think you'll see nobody quite does it like the Ford Raptor. Now, when the Raptor first came out, it was all under the branch of Ford known as SVT, Special Vehicle Team. Since then, they've changed SVT into Ford Performance. And what's great about this vehicle is when you buy a brand new one, Ford will give you a free day at their performance racing school where you'll take a Raptor, not even your own. You get out to Salt Lake City, Utah, fly, drive, however you're gonna do it, walk there, or drive your own Raptor. They give you a Raptor to use through the mountainous area of the Salt Lake region in Utah to really see what are the limits of this vehicle that you just bought in a nice, safe environment. But let's go ahead and dive into the 2019 Ford Raptor, because guess what? If you got a 2018, they made some changes. Right off the bat, I love the paint on this. This ruby red, one of my favorite colors in Ford's whole entire color palette. You can see with the Raptor, we're talking about wide, extra wide, wider than any other F-150 at any dealership that sells Fords, especially Walker Ford. I love the extension with the fender flare. You get the metal bumpers up front. I love the way they don't put any kind of fog lamps or anything, just nice open look as we come across. So you're gonna have the LED lighting. I love the C shape, how it locks in, kind of integrates across that wide open grille. Now, one thing you should be aware of, if you've ever wondered, why do Raptors have these additional lights in the center of the grille? The reason why is because the vehicle is so wide, by federal law, they have to have the extra lighting there. That's why no other F-150 has that extra lighting. I just love how Ford takes that name and just smack dab right in the center. Nice flat metallic black look to it, really great. You can see the forward-facing camera. That's gonna come in very handy when you are doing your off-road excursions. And talking about off-road, look at how much space we have from the asphalt to the bottom end. Now, obviously, you're gonna get full protection underneath the chassis of your Raptor, protect all the inner bits from getting mangled up depending on what terrain you're going through. That's what you want to see when it comes to this vehicle. Up onto the hood, for 2019, they updated the graphics package. This one, that's an option. Not all Raptors come with the graphics package. I like it because it's just very clean. I like the silver that they put in there. Gives the ruby red something to work with. Talking about working with, look at this massive heat extractor. This is specific to the Raptor and it's fully functional. So from driver's side to passenger side, just so wide, so menacing with those off-road tires. Let's go ahead and come around the bend here. So as we come around the fender, you can see that awesome fender flare over the wheels. When we drop down, we're running these BF Goodrich Baja Champion style wheels. Now the wheel is a 17-inch wheel. This is the standard wheel. The wheel has been updated for 2019. There's actually a beadlock wheel that you could get for your Raptor, but I just like the style, very clean. You got your Ford logo there, nicely set up with these off-road terrain tires, because that's the thing is BF Goodrich, they're Baja champions. with the KO2s, these things really handle the business. Now I'm gonna have O'Neil zoom in and show you suspension-wise what's going on. So there's your massive control arm. One thing you should know for 2019, this has the new updated Fox suspension. It's an adaptive suspension. It happens on the fly. So as you're going off-road, it's gonna adjust your compression, your rebound, all the different settings while you're actually driving. You don't have to twist the knob. You don't have to put it into different settings. It does it all by itself every nanosecond so that you could get maximum traction no matter what the pavement is, whether it's dirt or actual pavement. As we come onto the fender, you can see that how much wider it is. I love the functional venting, just like on top, functional venting on the side, that beautiful ruby red paint. These running boards are specific to the Raptor. They don't get on any other Ford F-150. I like the way they're nicely powder coated to give you some nice grip down here. And as we continue down the side, 5.5 foot bed, very nice size bed. Here's more of that Raptor graphic package. So you get the stripes on the hood, and then you get the nice tasteful Raptor badge on the side. I would say go with that option. It gives the truck a great look, and I find that it's actually not as gaudy as the last generation. The last generation Raptor had this crazy like dirt splatter. It looked cool, but it was a little overdone. I like what's happening here. Let me go ahead and have O'Neil show you. There's that live valve technology in the Fox Racing suspension designed just for the Raptor. So you'll see the OR for the Raptor name and then the Fox Racing suspension. That's a name when it comes to off-road racing that has done the business, won the trophies, and they have the shirt to prove it. As we come around the rear, of course, you're gonna get full LED lighting. One thing that is new is they put some reflective paint on the Ford logo for 2019 to actually let it stand out at night when headlights or other lights hit it. Full metal bumpers, just like the front. I like the way that this has rear tow hooks and front tow hooks. Plus, I think it's really cool the way that they did the dual exhaust. Remember, you got that EcoBoost motor, 450 horsepower. When we open up the tailgate area, nice soft release. Of course, it's got the tow package on it and everything. And you can see just how wide this bed is. LED lighting. I really like the tie down locations. You could add some extra ones if you want. Another thing I want to show you before I forget is, of course, this has that wonderful step system that's been designed by Ford to get you in and out of the back. And what's cool is when you're done, you just follow the numbers. So you're just gonna go 1, 2, push that back in, 3, and then you're all done. But why don't we go ahead and open up the hood and see the heart of the Raptor. All right, guys, we got the massive hood popped on this F-150 Raptor. There she is. That's that 3.5 liter EcoBoost. When we say EcoBoost, that is Ford's terminology for turbocharged engine. This one has a twin turbocharged 3.5 liter V6, 450 horsepower, 510 pound-feet of torque. It's all mated in that slick shifting 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, we're talking about, did Ford make a mistake? Some of you might say, hey, I want my V8 grumble. Well, guess what? If you had the 6.2 liter version of the Raptor, it was producing 411 horsepower. So this one has 39 more horsepower, 39 more horsepower. I need to study my math a little bit. 434 pound-feet of torque. So you're looking at quite a difference from the outgoing V8, the 6.2 liter V8, to the 3.5 liter V6. Now, when it comes to MPGs, 15 in the city, 18 on the highway. Compare that to the V8, you're looking at 11 in the city, 16 in the highway. The best part is 0 to 60 in this 5,000 pound truck is 5 seconds flat. Like I pointed out earlier, you have the updated Fox Racing adaptive dampeners. You also have trail control, which is all new for 2019. This thing can tow 8,000 pounds and you could put 1,200 pounds in the bed. It seems like to me that this truck is a winner. Now, when you're looking at that engine, you'll notice that it's nice and low, as far back to that firewall that it can go. That's to help with balance, get that center of gravity nice and low in the chassis. I also like the way that the top of the engine cover matches the heat extractor on the top of the hood. That same design, and of course, Ford performance. That is now SVT, so we're talking about Shelby GT350, 350R, GT500, used to be the Ford Focus RS, the Fiesta ST underneath that banner. But you know what? We talked about this engine. Let's go ahead and fire up this EcoBoost. All right, guys, we're inside the 2019 Ford Raptor. Every time I get into one of these Raptors, I want to drive it home. My wife, Lori, wants one of these very, very, very badly. MSRP, I know you're probably saying, Joe, what's the MSRP on this one? Now, when it comes to that option list, you get out your trusty little pencil, you could check off a lot of boxes that's gonna bring that price up, because starting price on these is around $57,000. The way that this one is optioned is $74,000. So like I said, it just all depends on what options you want. Let's go to the doors. Immediately you'll see on the door panel that this has the carbon fiber package. That is an additional charge. Nice wet weave carbon fiber. I like the leather on the armrest, the white contrast stitching, and at the bottom of the door panel, lots of storage. I mean, you could put tons of things back there. There used to be a thing that we used to drive around with called maps. You could put a map down there, no problem. But I know now, obviously, we're using GPS. But all black, a little bit of gray, and a little bit of silver, but the carbon fiber really does dress up the interior of that door panel. Now, as we go from the door panel to the dash, nice soft material, love the stitching. There's more of that carbon fiber from the carbon fiber package. I wish they would do carbon fiber on this area or around the infotainment system, because it's starting to look a little dated compared to some of the Dodge products, or excuse me, the Ram products. There was once a time where it was just called a Dodge truck. But anyways, the Ram products, you'll see you got nice connectivity, 12 volt. You got your home power source. I like the way they put a nice lid on it. And then you have a great working infotainment system. So you have this Sync 3 system. You can get into your climate controls. You got dual climate, heated seats, ventilated seats have been optioned on this one. You push the camera button. Hey, there we are. You got 360 camera, the front camera. So you got all your different angles, which is really great. Radio controls are simple. So is the AC controls. There was once upon a time I looked at this and I was like, that's too many buttons. After you've been in these for a little bit, it really does make sense. Here's the knob that's going to go through your four-wheel drive system. You got your trailer backup assist knob here. More carbon fiber. You open this up, voila. You got two USBs, nice storage area down there, and then look, closes nicely. Two cup holders. You got a place to put your phone. Carbon fiber on the shifter. This is going to go and help you get through that 10-speed automatic transmission. And then Ford really does the center console really well. Nice and wide, great padding. Open it up and you have tons of storage in here. You could basically fit a Baja race helmet so that when nobody's looking, you put it on, you go off-road, and you could relive those dreams of being a famous Baja racer like Mickey Thompson. Close that up, seats. They updated the seats for 2019. I love the Raptor logo. I love this textured material to hold you in. Nice leather. You can option Recaro seats. Now, before you say, I don't want those are gonna squeeze me, they're not the same Recaros like in my Focus RS. They're not as aggressive, but they are more aggressive than the seats you get standard. Up top, we have the optional panoramic sunroof. So that's another thing that helps bring that price up. And then one thing I think that is so smart that all Raptors get are these switches. You get these auxiliary switches. You could wire up a winch, extra lighting, and the switches are all here so you don't have to put a bunch of buttons all over the place. But why don't you come on over to the business end and I'll show you behind the wheel of this Ford Raptor. All right, guys, business end, where I'm sure you want to be sitting behind the wheel of your Raptor. If you notice, I like the sill panel down here with the Ford Performance logo. Remember, that's the new thing. They changed out SVT. You got your fully electric seat. Gonna get it to fit your body perfectly like an isotonic glove. You know what I'm talking about. Steering wheel, love the size, love the thickness, the crisscross stitching. It says Raptor right here on the bottom portion. And this red stripe, if you ever wonder what is that for, it helps you know where top dead center is as you're going off-road racing or driving or whatever you want to call it. You have magnesium paddle, shift paddles. These are real metal. That's a nice thing to see, and they're nice and large that you could go up and down that 10 speed. And then instrumentation is spot on. I like the analog tach, analog speedometer. You then have a digital display with your oil temp and coolant temp and everything else, and then you could toggle through all different sorts of information in that center area. Really nicely done. I like the hood, has a nice texture to it. It's soft, really great in here. Why don't we go ahead, check out the back seat and see if Ford made any mistakes with the Raptor back there. All right, guys, here we are, backseat time in the Raptor, and I'm telling you, you will feel like a king sitting back here because whoever's driving you will be your chauffeur. Tons of room back here. I love the way the seats, totally wrapped in leather, and you have more leg room than anything else back here. Also, connectivity. You got your home power source. Watch this. 2 USBs, not just one. Plus, you have your 12-volt heated rear seats. You got your rear AC vents and 2 cup holders here. Very nice touch. As I'm sitting here, 6 feet tall, plenty of headroom. Plenty of headroom up front, plenty of headroom back here. It's got a nice, you gotta really yank on these and pull it down like this, and then look, there's your cup holders. Nice soft material. You close it back up, put it back. Power sliding rear glass window, which is important to have when you're looking at pickup trucks and whatnot. But why don't we go ahead, sitting here while this thing is running is great. Let's take the Ford Raptor for a spin. Let's go do it. All right, guys, we're in the 2019 Ford Raptor. That EcoBoost, we're trying to answer that question. Did Ford make a mistake by putting the 3.5 V6 in here? Let's see. Drops down, you're off and rolling, 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. So if you think from a performance standpoint that they messed up by putting an EcoBoost motor in this Raptor, I think you're mistaken on that one. 450 horsepower, over 500 pound-feet of torque. That's out of that EcoBoost engine. Big difference from the 6.2 liter V8. I love the cabins inside these Raptors. Any F-150, they really have it very smartly set up, but the steering wheel that they give you in a Raptor, the thickness of it, just love the feel, the nice leather. You got those massive magnesium paddles behind the wheel to shift up and down the 10 speed if you want to. The sync system is so easy to use. This infotainment system is so easy to use to get into your navigation, to get to wherever you need to be. Very, very simple. We have those cameras. There's the forward-facing camera, 360 camera on us. That's gonna be perfect so that when you are doing your off-roading, you'll be able to look around you and whatnot. Like, once again, on throttle. Remember, this is a 5,000-pound truck. Even if you don't have any dirt where you live and you're never gonna off-road this thing, it's still actually very pleasurable to drive on asphalt with that upgraded Fox suspension. Every nanosecond reading what's going on underneath the tires. It's going to give you the perfect dampening for whatever the conditions are. And then when you're ready to take this off-roading, that suspension is going to make you perform like no other truck. I don't care if you got a Toyota TRD, a Ram Rebel, a Chevy Trail Boss, nothing competes with this Ford Raptor. It's almost like in its own category. All right, guys, as you can see, the Raptor on this highway here, very smooth, very comfortable. I see people all the time daily driving their Raptors like any other car. And that's the thing, with the EcoBoost over the 6.2 liter, you're gonna get better fuel economy than you were in the past. Because with the 6.2 liter, you're looking about 11 in the city. With the EcoBoost, you're looking at about 16, 17, almost 18 in the city. So that's going to definitely allow you to daily drive this, but it's so comfortable, spacious, and you are literally in command of this road. I mean, when you come up behind somebody, the width of a Raptor, it's nothing like it. There's nothing else like it from any other manufacturer. Plus, you're gonna have all the safety features as well. So it's a win-win-win situation all the way around. All right, guys, let's see if we can get a clean run through this left-hand bend on the brakes, tip it in. That Fox suspension, adjusting everything. I'm on throttle. You can hear the sound, that EcoBoost doing its thing. That Fox suspension, getting the business done, even on asphalt. And remember, we are on those off-road style tires, but yet the Raptor was still gripping just fine to these road conditions. So that's the versatility of this truck. And at the end of the day, you could pull up to 8,000 pounds with this thing. I mean, come on. It really is a truck that is so versatile and so unique and special. Nothing like a Ford performance product. On the brakes, really nice. I love driving these things. Look at this. This is great. On throttle, coming out of the turn. The sound of that EcoBoost, it gives such a unique sound to it. It really does. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna wrap this one up, and we're gonna get back to Walker Ford, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another wonderful, out of control, amazing time here at Walker Ford. Definitely gotta thank Tracy, Frank Walker, Weston Walker, Mark, Benji, Jason. Everybody here is so accommodating and just so great to bring these amazing Ford products to all of you home at Rady's Rides. But if these are the types of things that you like to see, these big Ford pickup trucks, leave a comment in the comment section. Did Ford make a mistake? Leave a comment in that comment section. Tell me how you feel about V8 or EcoBoost V6. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you here on Rady's Rides, click the link in the description, takes you right to Spreadshirt. Got to give it up to O'Neill getting this big beast. He now wants to go buy a Ford Raptor. So I think O'Neill has about 5 cars on his list. Hopefully, you know, we'll make that happen for him. Well, we'll see. But thank you, O'Neill, for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.